Hi.
Good evening, everyone. And welcome to today's live session. It's Friday, 9 p.m.
And all of us gather here to learn about how to ace your career. Yes.
So guys and girls, all of you who are joined here live, I'm Nutan. I'm a career coach and a life coach. No aspect of life is untouched when I'm coaching people for their career. And
I'm Dheeraj, and I'm a life coach, career coach, and business coach, and spiritual coach. All the aspects of life is something that we work on.
So guys, together we form ND Life Coaching.
Yes.
And for those who have joined here new, welcome for today's session. We have decided to have 1 year every Friday. We will come here and share with you important aspects on how to ace your career.
Absolutely.
I typically specialize in mid-age professionals. So seniors with an experience of 12 to 15 years, when they go through career stagnation, that is where I play a role, definite role.
Absolutely.
Where I help them ace their career. Anywhere where they're stuck, they're stagnating. They know they're doing well, but they don't know how to move from here. Or stuck in a specific company and now don't know how to. People are taking you for granted. They are not respecting. I was a hero till yesterday. Today, my juniors are getting promoted. All these kind of question marks and queries.
Very true.
Is where the clients come to me and I help them, coach them so that they can move again ahead with a very clear-cut, specific, definite career path on where they would plan to retire.
So one important point I wanted to write down, everybody who is live here, is that, my mentor Tony Robbins always says that progress equals to happiness. So many a time, one of the biggest reasons that we are not happy is because we don't progress. And that's the key. So the whole idea of this whole program that we are doing for 1 year, completely every Friday, is help you to ace your career, which means how will you progress? How will you move it? How will you grow from here so that you live a very happy and excited life? Now, when I'm saying life, because 70% of our time goes into our career. And if there we are not happy, then naturally it's going to be unhappy life overall. And that's why.
I agree completely. Nothing can be more truth than this.
Yes.
That if you're happy in your work life, all that happiness is shown in other aspects of your life. You're absolutely leading a healthy life.
Yes.
You're sharing amazing relationship with your family.
Absolutely.
You're happy and that's why you're spreading happiness. You're making the money so that you can provide for your loved ones.
Like I'm sure all of you can reflect that whenever your day goes great, you've been appreciated, you've been told nice, you could fulfill your target or you overachieved and some form. And then when you go back home, the way you enter the house, that itself, everybody comes to know that my father or my husband or my wife or my mother is excited. Something great has happened because it spreads. But if your boss humiliated you or you were not treated well or something happened which you were not expecting, and now you're low, you're dull, you're sad. And then when you go home, it spreads. Everybody comes to know that the father or the mother is not happy. So let's maintain a different set of style to live in the house.
Expectations reduce.
Absolutely.
All of a sudden there's a silence.
Silence.
And there's a tense environment where people don't know what to talk.
Absolutely.
Right, guys? So if you want a lovely environment at home, you have to ace in your career.
Absolutely.
And today, the topic for today is the power of self-education.
Yes.
Believe me, guys, this is the day and age that you just cannot ignore self-education. And before I start this topic on how to really create your own school, build your own school for this education, I would like to start from a wonderful quote by Jim Rohn. There can be no one better than Jim Rohn to explain this. He says, formal education, that is doing your degree course, right? 12th, graduation, post-graduation, PhD, doctorate, whatever. Formal education will make you a living. Self-education will make you a fortune.
Yes.
That important is self-education. Of course, this Jim Rohn said maybe 40, 50 years back. But the relevance of that statement is much more today. Why is it relevant today? Why the importance of self-education? That's what, guys, we are going to discuss here today. how important it is to educate yourself, right? So we are all living in that age of change. I always say this to my clients. It's a change which is moving with a very fast pace.
Absolutely.
2 years, our entire world has changed upside down.
Everything has changed. Our work style has changed. We are all sitting from home, most of us, and working. Everything changed in these 2 years, which we never even dreamt of. We never expected that kind of change. But you know what? Again, Tony Robbins saying, change is automatic. And if you see, we all changed with that. As time changed, we also started changing. We adapted the new style, the new technology, the new way of living. Even now, habitually, we all wear masks. It's become a part of our life. Without the mask, you first check whether you have the mask or no. You changed.
So guys, because we are living in a world where the dynamics are very, very strong, the entire world is really being very volatile.
Yeah.
So much of uncertainty happening, technology moving with a fast pace, one illness, and it put the whole world to a full stop.
True.
It was just not one city, one country, but the entire world. I think something that we experienced only after Second World War.
Absolutely.
That the world came to a full stop.
Yes.
And these kind of things will keep happening. Plus, globalization. We are truly experiencing that.
Yes.
My clients, they have two bosses. One who's in India, one who's in US, or UK, or Europe, or Japan.
Absolutely.
And they're starting their day at a different time. So they wake up in the morning and start their sessions at 6:37 because they have to log into the the Japan timing.
Yeah.
Guys have started working there. The boss is there. Or they are sitting late in the evening. So their day starts at 12 because they have to report to UK or US. And there's a client of mine who starts her day early in the US, and then she extends her day in the evening because she is getting connected to the people sitting in India.
There's a client of mine, he starts at 8 o'clock and he ends at 2 o'clock. Okay, why? Because different timings going on here and he has to handle both. Now, this is the age and era that we are going in.
So which means what? A change in Europe is going to affect me sitting here in Pune. And that is why it's very, very important that you keep upgrading yourself.
Yes.
Keep updating yourself. And that's where the importance of self-education.
Yes.
How do you grow from here? And believe me, guys, the next important thing that we all need to remember, it's again an age and era of AI, artificial intelligence, which is going to replace us if we are monotonous, if we are doing the same thing. There is no new creativity. We are just going there and behaving like a machine. I come here, I sit, I do this, and I go back. I'll be replaced. If I'm not really utilizing something called as my brain to create something new, to automate something, to make my process efficient, to really help a team building, to participate in the vision, something that I'm contributing in new creative ways, I'll be redundant.
Very true.
So if you're in your 20s, you have still 40 years to go. If you're in your 30s, you have 30 years to go. If you're in your 40s, you have 20 years to go. And most of us who are in our 40s, like me and Dheeraj, we don't want to retire at 60.
No.
So we are going to work to 70, 75, probably 80.
Easily. I see myself today, I know 80 is easy.
So again, 30, 40 years more to work.
Yeah.
So I need to be updated. And that's why self-education is a must.
Yep.
So, many a times, like in the times that we studied, there was only one choice. So art, science, commerce. If you take science, physics, maths, chemistry, biology, everything was compulsory. This is the education pattern. And we wished I could do something of my choice.
Yeah.
That didn't happen then, but it can happen now.
Now, absolutely.
One beautiful example which Steve Jobs would quote regularly, that he missed his real subjects, but he went and attended literature. And that's where he fell in love with the font. And that's why Apple and today all of us have these beautiful things. When we write anything, we can choose which font I would love to use. If it's a romantic letter, I'm going to use cursive. If it's a formal letter, I'm going to use Arial. Different kinds of formats.
Yeah.
If Steve Jobs wouldn't have taken that self-education, probably this wouldn't be here.
Absolutely.
There's so many such examples where because that person chose
Very true.
Choose something which to educate and uplift himself or herself. It built a career. So Dheeraj, why don't you share an example of self-education in your life?
Okay, so I can say my second job was working as a sales guy, and it was a technical company. Okay, it was a construction chemical company. Now most of these sales guys who were working with me, either they were civil engineer or chemical engineer. Now I come from a commerce background, okay, and I have no clue. So first day when I entered the field, I realized that the questions that have been asked to me, I have no clue about it. Okay, what do I answer? Because I didn't know. I did it for 15 days a month. I realized I'm not able to sell. So then I thought one thing for sure, that if I want to sell a product, I need to learn. Just learning the brochures and pamphlet is not enough. So I was very fortunate at the age in 1994. I encountered my mentor, my coach, and he told me that why don't you learn from the company itself and how are these entire products been designed and chemicals have been made and everything. I spoke to my boss. I said, can I learn? He said, why not? You can learn, but we're going to pay you salary for 2 months. I said, I'm fine with it. I went to the factory.
So imagine he's not going to be paid for 2 months.
Absolutely. And not that I was in a financial situation around today. I was in a financial situation where every month's salary was really important. But I realized that if I want to be a great sales guy, if I want to sell, if I want to sustain my job, and if I want to be the best here, I went to the factory. I went to the factory, 2 months I worked there, and Sam Dua was one of the technical director. He loved my decision. He said, what a courageous guy. He said, every evening, 5:30 to 9:30, I'm going to sit with you and I'm going to teach you everything. 2 months. I loved it. I learned everything. The real stuff, okay? The chemical, the polymers, everything I learned. And then I come back and I go in the market. And then I crack crazy orders. Orders which these civil engineers and because all bookish, and I know practically by touching the sand, by touching the chemical, I know exactly what it is. And that's why I was able to crack serious amount of big orders, something which nobody expected. And it turned the fortune of my life.
So guys, that's how you can educate yourself. Choosing. If you want to excel in where you are, you can choose to educate yourself.
Let me tell you the return part here. That the 2 month salary, the order that I started clicking was so massive that our company turnover had grown double or triple time. And not only that, my owner, from whatever salary I had, he made it 3 times the salary. And the 2 month salary, which he didn't pay me, he gave me that. Plus, he gave me that time I'm talking in the year 95. He paid me a 5,000 rupees cash.
Wow.
As an incentive. He was so happy because I turned around everything.
5,000 cash incentive, but ask him what was his salary.
My salary was 1,200. Okay, they made it 3,600 plus 2 months salary was given plus 5,000 cash. All these benefits, all these returns because of that one decision, self-education. I'll go and educate myself.
So guys, that's how it's really important that you take efforts to educate yourself.
Yep.
Now, how do you do it? So we all get through this formal education. You choose whichever field, science or commerce.
Very true.
Most of the engineers who are doing engineering in mechanical or telecom end up landing into a software company and are writing codes, right? So we all land up in a job. Now, when we land up in a job, we like something, we don't like something.
Absolutely.
That's where you start designing how to educate yourself. So the next part of the topic was how to create your own school, right? How to build your own school. So that school begins with you choosing your paths.
Yeah.
You choosing your subject. You deciding when you're going to study what.
Yes. And who's going to be a mentor? Who's going to teach you?
So yes, first is how, right? So how do I design my own, syllabus?
Yeah.
I'm fortunate that I can design my own syllabus when I start working.
Yep.
So I actually literally work with my clients, with my IT engineers, what they need to upgrade. So if they're moving in the field of AI, what are the subjects they would like to work towards? If they are going to stay in development, the code, which is a language that they need to learn.
Very true.
If they're wanting to move from development and maintain people and run the project, what are the other skills that they would require? So the most important thing is, first, you decide which is a career path that you need to choose.
True.
Once you're clear on that, then you can look into various resources and jot down, if I have to move ahead, What are the skills I need to develop?
Very true.
What is the knowledge that I need to develop? Create those list of courses that you would have to go through so that you can move ahead, not with the pace of the company, that is 5% increment, 5 years later, one promotion, then I become a manager in 10 years, and then probably if everything goes well and I don't lose my job in between, then probably I will very rarely become a head of a department, right? That's a career path. But if you don't want to do that, if you want to land up becoming a CEO, CXO, MD, or probably at the 50s, start your own entrepreneur company because you have experience everywhere, then you need to decide your career path. And with that career path, then choose backwards. What are the skills that I need to develop? What is the knowledge that I need to build?
Very true.
How do I really move ahead from here so that I grow, I ace in my career?
Yes.
So that's the next part that you start creating. And the skills could be what? So IT skills could be various languages. There is another aspect of career. Language itself has become such a wonderful career.
Very true.
Japanese language. Chinese pre-COVID was a very, very relevant language. German is a very relevant language. French is a relevant language. People are really paid very well if you know the language.
Yeah, absolutely.
So if you enjoy teaching, or you enjoy conversing, or you enjoy translating,
very true,
you can pick up a language and learn and master yourself.
True.
So once you start, you know there are different levels and you need to complete those levels to grow in your career. So language could be something that you could start. What else can you do? What we do? Life skills. I feel most of the people get stuck in life skills.
Yes.
I've seen most of my clients, when they come to me in their mid-age, they're a subject matter expert.
Yes.
But they lack in life skills.
Absolutely. And after one go, as you all know, the technical part reduces and the human part or the people part or managing the people, that starts increasing more. So initially you're working all alone. So you know all the technical part, it's this much. Now, slowly and gradually, you have been given team of 5, and then 10, and then 20, and then 50, and then 100. And one day you become a CEO of a company.
And it really starts from being a part of the team.
Absolutely.
So if I don't know how to deal with my peers, how will I grow?
I know so many people today are struggling. Like this, I'm coaching a client and he's doing so well for himself. But today he's stuck because he doesn't know how to deal with people's skills. And especially due to COVID, if you know social skills itself, people lost. Yes. And now when they're going back to the office and they have to sit with a team of people, they're finding it so complicated and difficult.
Correct. So communication skills, art of influencing people, leadership skills,
yes,
negotiation skills,
absolutely,
how to really be resilient in these crises,
yes,
how to take decisions quickly, courageously when things are not going your way, how to stand tough and strong.
Yes,
all this has become really very important. And that is why if the IT world would know something called as agile. What is agile? It is a life skill, right? So how do you upgrade and stay tuned to the times and stand there and give your best even in the worst times?
Absolutely.
That is what is life skills. You need to upgrade your life skills as well when you're growing in your career.
Very true.
Something new, this digital world which has come up, technology which is advancing. You know, every day, today you're up there, tomorrow new technology is come and replace. You have to again start from scratch. So if you're not really learning from the globe, what's coming up next, and you're not upgrading yourself, you'll not be able to do.
Absolutely.
Another one skill or art of learning is how to handle your finances. You know, many people, this I would like to quote probably a different industry altogether. Bollywood, earlier, actors who had made so much money, but they retired, and in their retirement life, they were, you know, struggling for pennies.
Yeah, absolutely.
They were on the streets. They didn't know. They led such a miserable life and had such miserable deaths because they didn't handle their finances well.
Yes.
So finance also is a skill. Why not take some time out and learn how to handle your finances?
Absolutely.
So that it's not only that you made money, but you saved it in the right place so that you can have a wonderful lifestyle.
If you see from 90s onwards, the actors started not only making money, but they started also ensuring they are investing the money in different businesses or in the same field. And that's how they have become billionaires. There are few actors who are billionaires. You know why? Because they are the people who realize the power of investing, the power of seeing that whatever money is coming, how am I investing it? So the power of finance or educating yourself on finance is equally important as compared to educating yourself in technology and human life skills.
Correct. So guys, everything is important and relevant.
Yes.
Instead of wasting your time on scrolling things and looking at what Aishwarya Rai did or Amitabh Bachchan did, it's not going to help you, right? Or probably somewhere someone sitting in some country or somewhere some chaos has happened is not going to help you in life.
Now, there's one common line people say, I don't have time. I would like to challenge people here. That's not the truth. You do have time.
Guys, I've checked my clients and believe me, you will find it relevant for you too. Your screen time on the phone, scrolling a Facebook or an Insta is at least 2 hours a day.
Absolutely. For majority of the people.
Yes, people who are not focused.
It's at least 2 hours a day. And if you invest 2 hours on self-education, you can reach to any level of success. Like every single day, me and my wife, both of us, invest 2 hours on study every single day.
Hi, Shitija, and hi, DB. Welcome to the session.
Yeah.
So guys, like we said, how to do it is based on your career path, where you're choosing.
Very true.
The best part is today, even you can move from one department to other. The company itself helps you.
Yeah, absolutely.
So the next part, what I'm going to discuss today is, where do you learn from? If you have to educate yourself, where do you start?
Absolutely.
Where are the resources available? So the most important resources available in your company itself. Most of the MNCs have so much information and knowledge. They have a knowledge center and you can upgrade your skills. I have a client who has joined a consulting role currently, and she's gone through her company knowledge bank.
Yeah.
And there are so many certifications she's done. And believe me, in 3 months, there's so much of recognition she's received from her Indian mates and people sitting in Japan, and she's really flourishing in her career.
Very true.
There's another friend of mine who's working in a different set of company. There's so much involvement and engagement with the employee. It's just that you have to take those trainings seriously.
Yep.
So that's the first place that you can start with. It's available for free.
Free.
Let me quote my example here. So when I joined, when life insurance became private, it reached to the private company.
Privatization.
So, yes, privatization of life insurance industry happened.
2000.
So HDFC and ICICI were the 2 people who got it. HDFC was the first license holder. And fortunately, I was one of the first employees in the city that I worked. So, because it was new, they had a huge training process. We were trained for complete 15 days on the entirety of insurance. Of course, everything changed later. But this 15 days, I was into sales, right? I could have just studied the product, the feature, and the story could be over. But I didn't stop at that. I learned underwriting. I learned financial underwriting. I learned medical underwriting. I learned how does the whole process happen, still the reinsurers.
Yeah, even human life value.
And because I studied all these concepts so well, I not only did well in my job, but I could actually start my portfolio company because I'd done other products earlier and insurance became a huge part of it. And I could, probably design a beautiful portfolio, reach out to the client. I could tell them when their premiums will be high, when it will be low. I was sure that this case is not going to go through. What are the financial documents required?
Absolutely.
Because I was so damn confident of the knowledge that I had,
absolutely,
my business flourished.
Yes.
Right? So whenever you try and go out of the way and educate yourself, believe me, friends, it helps you. I won all kind of national, international recognitions.
Very true.
Because of this effort that I took in my initial 1.5 months.
Yep.
For studying every bit of it. I could train my consultants so beautifully because I was so clear on every topic and concept of life insurance.
Very true.
So guys, you can start from your own company's knowledge bank. Where are the other places that you can go to? So Coursera, Udemy, which is the other one which is doing LinkedIn. Why should I miss out on that?
Absolutely.
LinkedIn Learning has so much. for various profiles. You can go there, update your skills, get the certification done, put it in your profile. You can move to the career that you want.
Absolutely.
So any updation, you're going to go and you can do it. You can learn. You also have free material available. If you don't, like LinkedIn Learning as a course, you don't want to invest. There's so much free available. Like we have decided to give 1 year free.
Yeah, absolutely.
On how to ace your career. If you join us live every Friday for just half an hour, I promise you, you can at least double your salary.
Absolutely, in 1 year. If you learn and apply, learn and apply, learn and apply, all that what we are teaching you, you learn and apply, in 1 year, you will double your salary. No doubt about it.
So it's free, right? All you have to do is just invest your time.
Yep.
So there are so many such free things happening. You just have to know where it is happening. So YouTube is another resource.
Yeah.
There are so many mentors and coaches who are selling it for absolutely free. In fact, the beautiful part is my son learned certain concepts in his college from YouTube, from these professionals who were teaching that through YouTube. He enjoyed it more and he could deliver well in his exams.
Yeah.
So the younger generation is using it. Why not we all also realize
the
power of
self-education.
So YouTube could be another resource that you can tap. What else can you do? There are free online workshops happening all the time.
Yeah, that's so common today that there is so much of knowledge that people are sharing. People like us who are free going out there and wanting to share. Now, few would be wanting to make money, but there are many I know like us who genuinely feel, let them serve people, let them help people. Okay, that is such a noble thing that people are doing out there, because all of us have reached a stage that we have been successful and we want to contribute now. We feel that all this that we have gathered in so many years, every day we are learning so many things. Why not, share? Because otherwise it's utter waste. Okay, it's all going to go drain if I've got all the knowledge and I didn't share it with me. So sharing is a very important aspect. There are many out there. You can go through them, learn from them. They're sharing. It's just that.
In fact, during COVID times, you remember, universities like Harvard were downloading so much for free.
Yes.
So, you don't even have to invest.
Yes.
But you can start your journey from free. And then when it starts repaying you, you can start investing money, time, and energy.
Very true. Very true.
Next, whom can you go and learn it from?
Yeah.
So people who have walked the path before, who have got the results that you want.
That's very critical, okay? That's very critical.
Yes. So you can reach out to coaches and mentors, coaches who are coaching you, people like us, mentors who are in the existing company. You can reach out, and believe me, I've seen people, most of them are very happy if you reach out to them and say, sir, this is what I don't know. I want you to mentor me on this.
Absolutely.
That person will definitely remove time. Culture is changing at work.
Yes.
They will remove time and they'll mentor you.
Yes.
So you can approach various mentors in your field. If you don't have them in your company, you can reach out to these professional networks like LinkedIn. Tell them, reach out to them and ask them for mentorship. There are so many people
who are willing.
Yes, they're volunteering to be a mentor.
Yeah. They've reached a stage of life, as I said, that they're realizing that now contribution is going to be the most important need. Everybody, I would not say everybody, but there are majority of people who reach a stage of life where they feel, now let me give back.
Absolutely correct.
God gave me everything. Society gave me everything. This work gave me everything. This country gave me everything. Now let me give back. And this give back is a very deep-rooted gratitude that we want to repay to people. And that's why genuinely they put everything out there to help people.
Then there's a beautiful thing which has started initiating in these networks, social platforms.
Yeah.
Whether it's Facebook or it is LinkedIn. LinkedIn is more professional, so I would recommend LinkedIn to you.
Yeah.
Where people, like I remember reading one post where a CA was saying that I'm wanting to gather like-minded individuals where we can help each other exchange opinions.
Yeah.
So these kind of things are also available. All you need to do is do a little bit of research.
Yes.
And get connected to the right resources.
Absolutely.
And guys, when you start getting results, it's told that at least 10% of your money should go into savings. Ideal is 33%. I feel 10 to 20% if you invest on yourself.
Absolutely.
If 10% of your income you're investing on your growth, that gives you 200% growth in your salary.
Absolutely.
If you don't invest in yourself, you grow by 3 to 5%. If you invest in yourself, you go by 25, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70%. One of our clients has had 100% hike in her existing
company.
Right? So she didn't even have to move from the company.
Yep.
That happens when you start educating yourself.
Yes.
So invest 10%, get a return of 50%. There is no such product existing
No
anywhere.
Investment in the market which says that this is the kind of returns you will get if you invest on yourself. Like, you want to make more money. Very simple. Jim Rohn says, add more value in the market.
Yes.
And to add more value in the market, you need to become more valuable. And to become more valuable, you first need to add value in your own life.
So guys, we discussed today why is self-education important? How can you educate yourself? How can you design your own path of education?
And
choose your own syllabus. And where is it available? I think if you go through this session, even when you're watching your replay, please take down notes, do a little bit of research, and set yourself on a track.
And only one last point for all of you. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, please go ahead.
One last point for all of you. The moment you're going to finish this, the moment you're going to watch this, please take action. Because if you're going to just listen to this and keep it and say, okay, theek hai, it's okay, kal dekhta hu. That kal never comes. That tomorrow never comes. So do it now. Take some action towards working on your own self, educating your own self.
And if you're doing that, you're 100% acing your career. So thank you, Nina, Munish, to join us. Please watch the replay.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful session on self-education, and do write to us how our live sessions are helping you. That will motivate us, encourage us to do much more.
Absolutely. And every time we do a survey on which we decide the topic is decided by you people, and then we come with the topic. So same way.
So whenever I'm putting up a poll, please do vote.
Vote.
So I can choose the topics that you're interested in.
Absolutely.
And I can pick them up and share it for free.
Yes.
Every Friday, 9 p.m. on how to ace your career.
Thank you very much, everybody. Good night. God bless. Bye-bye.
Thank you, and bye-bye for today.
Bye.
See you next Friday at 9 p.m. Only at LinkedIn or YouTube on ND Live Coaching.